This is perfect music for our next segment. Kyle Buettner is a little bit of a nut. Kyle Buettner, who normally in his day job is Martin Kilcoyne's chief executive producer. 2 terms in Iraq. Mm-hmm. What'd you look at me so funny for?
I don't know.
He has his game face on, his rock climbing face.
2 tours in Iraq. You've come home and you became Martin Kilcoyne's executive producer.
Chief executive producer.
As well as a beekeeper.
Yes, on occasion.
And we were talking earlier, the bees are dying?
Some of them some have perished already.
Because why?
I guess they didn't store up enough honey for the winter. I don't know. I was feeding them all year. This is my first year.
That's your problem. You shouldn't have fed them.
I made them soft? Is that what it was?
Yeah, you made them soft. Yeah.
They should have went out and... Darn
they need to be like, oh.
That's right. You see that? You didn't teach them how to feed for themselves.
Yeah. Now I know. So, I mean, some of them are still alive. So
are they flying around trying to stay warm, or what are they doing?
No, they're just hunkered down.
Just hunkered down.
They're just hanging out.
So some are dying.
Yeah, well, I mean, they ran out of food because they hadn't made enough to get through the winter. So in the winter, they just kind of hunker down and then use the food stores that they've made.
Right.
And apparently they didn't make enough.
So are you feeding them now? What do you feed a bee? Feed them like stale bread or something?
Water, corn syrup type, just sugar.
Did you say stale bread?
I should throw some like bread in there or something.
No, that's for the pigeons.
Some beef jerky.
Mostly. Isn't stale bread in that a crouton?
Kind of.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is actually. Very good point. All right. What's your challenge today?
Well, we went to Climb So Ill, and it's a rock climbing gym near Lafayette Square. It's at 1419 Carroll Street.
It's over in Kelly's neck of the woods.
I'm trying to think of where that is. Is it right on Park Avenue? No. Off of Park Avenue?
It's right by the historic City Hospital complex. That's the former power plant building. Mm-hmm. Know where we're at now?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that was over there, though.
Yeah, you need to go check it out. And they actually gave me passes, and they said, would McGraw and Kelly like to go try rock climbing?
Would be
I am a rock climber. You
I'm
betcha.
afraid of heights, though.
But I have to wear the yoga pants, though, so I can go to rock climbing.
That's fine. I think you could do that.
Then I'd see your plumber's butt as you're going up in your yoga pants.
Oh, you see more than that, baby. Show you more than that when I'm going rock climbing.
Oh, lordy lord.
All right.
Before everybody throws up in their mouth, we'll move on to...
I'll show you my boulders. See, rock climbing.
Lord.
See what I did there? All right.
Oh, geez.
All right, so how big is this rock?
They have bouldering, which is a term for where you don't have a harness, you just climb around. And I think those walls are like 15 feet would be to get to the top of those, and they have mats underneath that you can jump off or fall off. And those are like technical thingies, I think.
Right.
And then they have the actual walls, and they have a huge wall that goes from 30 feet was where I started climbing, and then it goes up to 55 feet tall.
Woo.
Now they have an auto belay system, so you can go in there your first day and you can put a harness on, you clip in, and you can just start climbing up because this thing, I don't know how exactly it works.
This thing pulls you up, and you just sort of...
Well, it doesn't pull you up. It doesn't let you fall.
Right.
So it's got, I don't know, a clutch and a couple brakes in it. So while you're climbing up,
every time you go up, you can't go down.
Well, you go down slowly.
Okay.
So you climb to the top of the wall if you're lucky, and then you just let go, which is the craziest thing ever because I climbed up to the top of this wall, and we've got video of it, and there's, 30 feet off the air, or in the air,
right,
off the ground, and he's like, just let go. And I've done stuff like this before, but I mean, this little box with a whirl, I don't know, but I did it.
Wait a minute, you have rappelled in a war zone before. You were an Army Ranger, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were scared about doing this?
Well, I was unsure of what I hadn't done this before, Okay. I like to, and that was a long time ago. I was younger then and dumber, and I've gained a lot of wisdom since then. After I broke my leg, I realized that stuff can hurt, so I don't want to do that again.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you have to just let go. You trust it, and so those are auto belays. So you can go in there the first day,
right,
and you can start climbing because then I think you have to take a class to learn how to actually belay with the regular rope going through, and then you have someone on the ground.
You mean belay? You mean like, what does that mean? Rappel down, kind of?
Well, when you're climbing up, there will be someone on the ground that'll have a rope that's, if you would fall, then they would do something like pull it back from the wall or something, and then that way it wouldn't let you go burn in from the top.
So the higher you went up, though, did you look down?
No.
Yeah.
How hard is it? Are they big, huge hooks, or are they little tiny things?
They have everything there that you could hope for. So it's like different scales or different.
So they have a double
categories.
diamond and green.
Exactly. If you were skiing,
that's my lingo.
So yeah, I started on the ones that was basically like climbing a ladder. Like they had these huge things. It was just like, this is easy.
So the little 12-year-old's like, come on, kid, what are you doing?
And then I went to harder ones, and I am amazed on my forearms and hands apparently have no strength in them.
Right.
Because after about 3 climbs up this wall, I was just done. I was
bet.
afraid to drive my car without because my forearms, I couldn't grip anything. And I was talking to David Chancellor, who owns the place, runs the place, and he was saying that rock climbers, like if you've seen the story about these guys that are trying to climb up El Capitan.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And he knows these guys, actually. He used to be a climber with them. And their fingers usually give out before their muscles, the skin on their fingers.
Right.
So they're like
I
taking
believe- yeah.
breaks.
I believe
Did
it.
you
Not
wear
because they're
gloves?
tired.
Gloves only do so much.
Well,
Like
and I don't.
gloves with claws on them or something. So you
Well, they're not Wolverine. You can't just.
It's not Freddy Krueger.
I know,
Yeah.
Freddy.
No, I don't
Krueger
think you can
gloves.
have gloves because they're hanging on ledges that are so small that
Right.
you have to make sure you're in there.
It's a really
I mean,
good point. How long has this place been open?
This place has been open for a couple years.
So the
Right.
purpose, though,
Yeah.
is it a good workout, or
Oh,
is it
my
just
goodness.
to see? I mean, I know your hands were exhausted, and
It's a
your
great
fo-
workout for your back. I
And
mean, you're not
the
going to increase your
legs
bench
and-
press, but you're definitely going to increase your pull-ups, your lats.
So we really,
Your
yeah.
core. It's a good core workout.
Oh, it's just a great workout in general. And they have punch cards where you can go there. But for 10 visits, you can buy, so it's not a month. They have monthly
Right.
memberships, but they also have this punch card. So you can just say, I'm going to go 10 times in the next year.
It's also
So that
probably
way-
great for like a kid's Christmas party, too.
They
I
have
bet.
birthday parties for kids. They have the Little Critters birthday party for 5 to 6-year-olds.
Yeah, because kids are fearless. I can
Right.
see them.
Right.
And it's way
easily
better
being
than
able to do
bowling. How many
that.
bowling parties can you go to?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, this is something different.
Yeah.
And keep
right.
interactive. I'm
And
trying
then
to look
they
at the
have,
video of you.
All right, where is it, this place?
This is,
What's the name of it again?
it is Climb So Ill. It's located near one block.
Climb So Ill sounds like it's in Illinois.
Exactly. They started their business. They have 2 businesses. They have
Okay.
a business that manufactures rock climbing they sell the grips to other people. So
Okay.
that's how they started. And then they
Sure.
found this place. The place is beautiful down there. They've used natural light to use it, and most of their stuff is very green.
Right.
They do a great place. Just going there, the one wall is an elephant. I mean, it's a lot of art involved in it. That
Yeah.
there's a purple elephant. Then another wall is an eyeball
Huh.
that they actually bought before they even had a gym. They just knew that they'd want
All right,
that.
where is this? Is down at Lafayette Square?
It is Lafayette, 1 block east of Lafayette Square. It's 1419 Carroll Street by the historic City Hospital complex, the former power plant building.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good.
That
All right.
video's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did actually complete the climb, so it wasn't like I failed. It's just I didn't do the hardest.
Yes, certainly
I want to
understandable.
see you do another food challenge, though.
All right.
I'm ready.
I want to see you throw up.
Kyle Buettner, what would Kyle do, ladies and gentlemen? Rock climbing. To find out more, yes.
Saturday, I'm going curling, so that'll be next week. I'm
Nice.
Pretty excited about that one.
Curling's actually a lot of fun.
It's in the Olympics.
Does this place have a website?
This place.
You failed as our correspondent once
climb,
again.
Just do what I did.
Just
and
do what
Google
I did and
Climb
go
So
and
Ill.
say, I'm going to talk about it on McGraw's
Yeah.
show.
Climb So Ill. Just Google that, and it'll come right up.
Climb so
Ill.
Climb So Ill. Rock climbing in St. Louis. Thank you, Kyle Buettner.
Thanks, guys.
What's on Martin Kilcoyne show today?
We're going to talk about some stuff for a couple hours.
Yeah. Okay,
we got
good.
Don Lemon's on today, and then we've got a couple other people in the pipeline.
It sounds like Don Lemon is on all the day. It sounds like Don Lemon can't get out of his own way. That guy's always making national news.
Well, and we haven't talked to him in a while, and since we've talked to him, he's been in the headlines for a bunch of stuff, so we have to check in.
All right. Thank you, Kyle Bittner. Ladies and gentlemen, for all of your